If I could sit down with my younger self, I would hand him this list. I wasted time on the wrong people, the wrong job, and the wrong habits. These are 23 things I wish someone told me before I turned 23, or just in my 20s. Some of them have saved me, some of them hurt to learn, but all of them had changed me. So if you're in your early 20s or even just figuring life out, I am your big sister today, and I'm here to share little life secrets that I had to learn the hard way. We'll talk career, relationships, self-love, and everything in between. Let's get into my 23 years worth of knowledge that I wish I knew sooner. Hello everyone, I'm going to do a little introduction. Welcome to Forecasting Wellness, a place where we focus on wellness to explore ourselves, our love for ourselves, and try and become better versions of ourselves without minimizing anything in our lives. Today is all around 23 things I wish I knew sooner, so let's literally just jump straight in it. I just wanted to introduce myself. The first thing I wish I knew sooner is that it is so okay not to be exceptional, regardless of other people's expectations. Growing up, you are dealt with lots of expectations from parents, from other family members, from friends, from family friends, and even society. Well, I would say the worst society. I did not have to conform to these society expectations or other people's expectations. I truly know myself. I have faith in my abilities and what I want in life, and I need to trust myself. I really wish that I didn't spend many years of my life wondering what other people thought of me if I was meeting their goals in what they viewed in me. I remember not getting into my dream job last year, and I was so afraid to tell other people that I didn't make it because I was dealt with these expectations from literally a young child that I will be able to achieve anything I put my mind to. I was that person that everyone expected to achieve great things. And when I finally didn't achieve something I spent years trying to get, like I got a full uni degree to get this job, I was so ashamed. I did not want to go to people and tell them, hey, I didn't get it this year, because I thought, wow, I am letting them down. If I could talk to myself from last year, I would say, who cares? You are on your own path. Life moves in different ways. Just because you're not meeting someone else's expectations doesn't mean that you're not doing what you should be doing. And here I am a year later, I've gotten into my dream job. It was just a year late. There was no reason to be ashamed of not getting it last year. It is okay to not be so exceptional. You can just be yourself. The second thing that I wish I knew sooner was that no is a complete sentence. You have to respect your boundaries, and you don't need an explanation for your boundaries. No can be an answer. That's it, period. I spent so many years of my life having to explain to people why I'm saying no to them. I am an over-explainer, and I'm still struggling to get out of that. But I wish I knew sooner that it is simple like that. You don't have to give a full backstory of why you can't do a task. If someone came up to you and goes, hey, can I borrow money? You can simply just say no. You don't have to say, no, I can't because I've got rent due and I need to save money for this and that. You can just say no and have them accept that as the answer. You don't need to over-explain yourself. Number 3 is that setbacks in life are a form of education. So you should analyze your mistakes, and then you'll be unlikely to repeat them. This is a bit of a mouthful, but it is so true throughout my life. Setbacks in life are literally just a form of education. You won't grow, you won't learn without having setbacks. And especially in your 20s and your early 20s, there are so many setbacks you are going to experience non-stop. If you think you can get through one whole year without having one setback, it's going to be a miracle. It's going to be insane. And I'm jealous of you if you've gotten through that. And like I mentioned before, last year I didn't get into my dream job. But here I am a year later, gotten into it. Now I can look back on it and see that there was a reason why I didn't get into it last year. I wasn't prepared enough. I wasn't going to love the opportunity as much as I can now and appreciate it as much as I can now. So setbacks in life just teach you something. You have to look back on it and see, why did this happen? Why was I set back? Why did this not happen? So when you get setbacks in your 20s, don't overthink them. Don't think your world's ending. Have them as a moment of education. Maybe look into it a bit deeper. And I'm guaranteed that you are going to be learning something very significant from this setback. Number 4 of the things I wish I knew sooner is that people aren't thinking or talking about you. If they're anything like any of us, they're probably way more busy thinking about themselves and on worrying about themselves. I have spent so many years of my life, like it's ridiculous, over analyzing what people think of me, what people are judging me for, and all that stuff. But then if I think about it, if they're like me, they're probably thinking about other people judging them. They're not worrying about that. Yeah, a passing thought might go past their brain being like, oh, okay, interesting, like a little quick judgment. But they're not going to reminisce over it like you are. They're not going to go home and laugh about it for the rest of the day. They're not going to think about it. It may be just a passing thought. If anyone's like you are the only person that is constantly thinking about yourself because your brain is in yourself. So just acknowledge that people aren't thinking of you as much as you think they are. And so go for those opportunities. Take the bet. Number 5 is when you're with your family, make sure to be with them in the present. What I mean by this is when you're hanging out with your family, you want to make sure that you are not hanging out by just being on your phone, tapping away on TikTok and ignoring your mum, your dad, your siblings, etc., etc. When you're with your family, you want to be present. You want to be in the moment. You want to have meaningful conversations and make memories that you can look back on. If you are lucky enough to have a great big family or very close relationship with your family, you should cherish that and treasure that, because you never know when things could change. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer in terms of health and stuff like that, but I'm just generally speaking from the idea of moving out. This year, I just moved out 6 months ago and I already can see the homesickness sitting through. I miss being able to just walk downstairs and chat to my mum about concerns. I miss just annoying my sister in her room. Those are things I can't do anymore. So when I'm looking back on the time I spent with my family, when I lived with my family, I really wish I cherished it more and made more memories while I could. Number 6 is just do it. We're going to talk the Nike theme, but literally just do it. Stop with the analysis paralysis. I talked a whole episode about analysis paralysis. So this is basically when you can't make a decision because you're faced with so many ideas and concepts and decisions to make. We always look for a perfect decision to make, but there is no such thing as the perfect decision. So you just need to do it. And I wish I could tell myself that last year or many years ago when I was, for example, going on and off of this YouTube channel. I would just be like, hey, you've got this concept, this idea. You have all these creative ideas. Just sit down and film. Who cares if no one's going to watch it? At least you're creating something and chasing that hobby. At least you're doing something other than your mundane 9 to 5. Please listen to this one. Just do it. If you have an idea in your head, just do it. You're going to learn through doing stuff. So if you're not doing stuff, if you're not actioning stuff, you're never going to learn. You're never going to grow. Number 7 is pay attention to what grows. Negative thoughts generate more negativity, whilst positive thoughts obviously generate more positivity in your life. Your outlook is everything. I would sit back, mini Emily, and be like, why are you so negative about everything? Why are you so unhappy? You are creating an environment where you're going to be unhappy. If I was hanging out with a friend and I'm constantly overthinking, being like, they don't like me, I'm boring. Obviously, my mood's not going to be happy and they're not going to have a good time with me. They are going to be like, oh, she's very off today. I'm not having a good time. I'm probably going to go home. And then I'm left there being like, oh my gosh, they went home. It's because I was thinking I'm boring, and so that's true. There's my result. But in reality, it was because I was fostering these negative thoughts that it created a mood that I was shining out to everyone, basically shining a negative aura. So if you just try and shift your brain to more positive thoughts, obviously your aura is going to become more positive. I have seen this single-handedly this year. I know I've only been 23 for a few months, but I have been actively trying to shift my focus from negativity to positivity, and I can see the difference. I am generally way more happier in life. I don't take everything as a major setback and a be-all end-all. I see how I can grow. I see how I can learn from this thing. And I generally just love starting my day off with a positive thing, being like, oh my gosh, I love today. Today's going to be great. You know what? Today often ends up being great. Number 8 is that everyone is feeling the same amount of imposter syndrome as you, especially being in your early 20s when you're going into the career ladder and your career just fresh out of uni or college or whatever you want to call it. You are going to feel imposter syndrome, and probably everyone else is as well. If you meet like a 20-something-year-old as well and you go, wow, you're really great in your career, like how do you feel? I bet you they're going to be like, I still feel like I don't deserve it. I still feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I feel like this is all a hoax, a jinx. Why am I here? I go to my corporate job and honestly, sometimes I'm like, why the hell am I here? Why did they give me the job? I have to acknowledge that the bosses hired me because they saw something in me. They saw that I can bring something to the table. Even though I may not feel like it, I do. You have to believe in yourself. But just knowing that everyone else is in the same boat, everyone's sailing on the same sea of imposter syndrome is so acknowledging. It's just good to not feel left out. Number 9 is to take care of your health by moving your body. I am a big advocate for moving your body. Move your body as much as you can, as well as you can, but also listen to it. You have to have balance. You don't want to gruel yourself in like a 75 hard if you know your body can't compete with that, if you know you physically can't compete with that with your everyday routine of work and everything, and you can't balance everything all together. Try and find movement that works for you. That is something I have generally learned in the past few months, especially with using an app I've been using. It's been teaching me what kind of workout style I like, and I finally found one that suits me, where I wake up every morning and I'm keen to go to the gym. I'm keen to smash out this workout. Whereas back a few years ago, I was forcing myself to do these types of workouts because I thought they were going to get me the best results. I thought that TikTok was telling me, hey, this is how I'll get my ideal physique, when in reality, it's not. Everyone's body is different. You just need to move in a way that you enjoy and you love. Number 10 is choose your friends wisely. You will become the average of the people you hang around with. So if they're not supportive, not happy for your goals and your achievements, then they're probably going to sabotage your life in one way or another. Surround yourselves with positive people, then you will be positive. Surround yourself with negative people, and then you'll become more of a negative person. This is similar to like your thoughts in your brain and where you create an aura, a positive or negative aura. The people around you do reflect off you. I can say when I hang out with people, I rub off their mood very, very well. If my friend comes to me and she's so upset, I will become upset for her. I tend to absorb lots of people's emotions. So this is something that I have very much learned this year. I used to worry the past few years of why I have such a small friend circle. But in reality, I am choosing friends that stick well with me. I don't want to fake friendships. I don't want to be friends with people I know that don't share the same goals, that don't align with me, and will probably rub off on me very negatively. So make sure to choose your friends wisely. It's better to have 1 or 2 really good friends than a billion bad friends. Number 11 is calling out all those anxiety girls out there. And if you feel called out, I am an anxiety girl myself, but no amount of worry is going to change the situation. Worrying won't get you anywhere. Unfortunately, worrying is just a part of life, but you need to find ways on how to manage your worry and just do it. Like I said before, worrying is not going to change a solution. Worrying is not going to change the outcome. If you keep worrying about something, your life will still keep moving. There is no difference your thoughts and your brain and the rumination in your brain is going to do. It is a hard fact to face, and it's recently only something that I've really acknowledged, and I try and tell myself. When I get into an issue where I am worrying a lot about, I sit myself down just for a split second and I go, well, is there a point in worrying? What's it going to change? Life's still going to move on, and I dismiss it. I don't give it any thoughts. Overthinking normally starts with giving more thoughts to one thought, so it's best to just dismiss it and understand that worrying isn't going to change anything. Number 12 is just because you didn't get what you want doesn't mean that working hard wasn't worth it. Working hard probably taught you a lot more things than working less would. If you just randomly did something and it happened to be great, that's awesome. But did you learn? I can vouch for this. As I mentioned a lot of times in this video, I didn't get my dream job last year. But just because I tried doesn't mean me trying wasn't worth it. Me trying was worth it in the end because I could take that knowledge, find out where I went wrong, adapt on it, grow on myself, and then here I am a year later having gotten into that dream job. Obviously I learned from it, obviously I grew, and that's why I was able to achieve it in the end. Working hard is never not worth it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Don't let anyone be like, hey, why are you working hard for this? You're not going to get it. Who cares? Number 13 is that your true self will bring genuine people to you. If you just keep being your true self, genuine people will flock to you. You don't need to adapt or change yourself for anyone. I wish I told younger Emily this ASAP, because she spent so many years of her life hanging out with different people and changing who she was just so she could be friends with them and fit in. I hate that. I wish I never did that. I wish I just was who I am and accepted who I am. Even if who I am means I will only have a few friends, I am happy with that because I am loving who I am. And this is all about self-love. You have to love yourself and your true self and know that your true self will just bring genuine people to you. If you want genuine friends, if you want people that care about you, be your true self. If you're in a new group of people, just be yourself. It will turn out well in the end. Like recently, I just met new people that I'm starting the new job with, and I just decided, hey, I'm going to be myself. It turned out great. I had a great time. Past year, Emily would have gone there, been quiet, chirped up maybe once or twice, and then left that social environment hating herself and being like, why the hell did I not show myself more? Number 14 is money, and that is live below your means financially. This is something I've been taught by older people and definitely taught recently in the past 23rd year of my life because I just moved out. Living below your means financially means not spending over your budget. So having a good budget tracker, which I've got either a video up or a video is coming of my budget tracker and how I budget. You want to make sure you're not overspending and living above your means. You don't want to be living on the exact dot of what you're getting paid annually, because obviously if a surprise thing pops up, like a surprise breakdown of your car or a surprise wedding or all this stuff, you're basically stuffed. So live below your means financially. Number 15 is that there is no right job. Every job you do right now and for the next couple years of your 20s, all of these jobs will probably be entry level. You are there to truly experience it and learn from it, and maybe even then figure out what you want. A lot of people in their 20s don't know what they want. If you're here and you're watching this and you go, I don't know what I want to be when I'm 30. I don't know what job I want to do next year. Okay, that's great. That's fine. Just go for those entry level positions that are inkling you now. See how they go. If you don't like it, that's fine. You can quit. There is nothing stopping you from jumping from different corporate ladders. There is nothing stopping you from jumping from different types of jobs. You can do, I don't know, science, but then be like, ew, yuck, and then go into social media. There is nothing stopping you. I can say my job right now is not anything aligned with what I want to do. It is an entry-level position and it has taught me other stuff instead of obviously my dream job. It is great to just go for those entry-level positions. Don't think it means that you're never going to get to where you want to be. Number 16 is be selfish, but rightfully so. Focus on you, and there'll be enough time to compromise for other people as you get older. A lot of older people, at least when I was scouring through Reddit randomly the other day, they really regret spending their younger years focusing on other people instead of themselves. You have a right to be selfish. You have a right to live the life you want. This links with point number 1, where you don't have to meet other people's expectations. And by doing that, you can be selfish. You can be selfishly right. You can be selfish to chase whatever dreams you want. You don't need to conform to other people. You don't need to compromise for other people. You can be selfish in that. You can be like, hey, I actually want to travel. That's it. You don't need to give an explanation. You can be like, hey, I want to travel. I'm going to save up and travel. I'm not going to start my career till I'm 25. I don't even know when I'm going to start my career. That is so fine. If people judge you, so what? Be selfishly you. Be selfish in your own goals and be selfish to chase your dreams. You live this life once. You're allowed to be selfish. You're allowed to do what you want to do in the right terms though. Number 17 is find a creative outlet. I cannot tell you guys enough how this has helped me in the past year. This past year has been quite tough for me mentally, and finding a creative outlet has helped me immensely. This here is a creative outlet for me. I get this time to sit down, chat to you guys on a screen, even though you're not here, and just express myself, express the ideas in my head that I put on a notebook, and hopefully people see it. If they don't, that's okay. Finding this time to be creative and not think about work and my 9 to 5 and that I've got dishes in the sink and laundry to do is a great time for my brain. It is micro mindfulness, which is essential to keep on going and reduce burnout. So find a creative outlet, whether that be knitting, whether that be an adult coloring book, whether that be puzzles, whether that be YouTube, whether that be social media, whether that be going on a walk every day, whether that be, I don't know, video making. Like, it can be anything creative, but it is so great for your brain. It is so great for your growth and just reducing that anti-hustle lifestyle. Number 18 is that it is better to say nothing when you have nothing to say. You don't need to always speak just for the sake of the conversation. This is something that I definitely have learned in the past few months. It is quite new to me. I always thought that there was an issue why I didn't have anything to say or contribute in a conversation, but that's actually okay. It is okay to not just burst out random topics and facts and everything in a conversation just because there's silence. It's okay to accept that silence and accept that the conversation's done. It's okay to say nothing when you have nothing to say. You don't always have to have something to say, and that's how conversations go. Conversations don't last forever. If everyone had something to say continuously, I feel that we would be in a one long conversation since the day you were born and learned how to talk. You don't need to delve and scrounge out something in your brain to continue the conversation. You can just accept you have nothing to say. That's so fine. If you force yourself to speak just because you want to be in the conversation, you might add something that you wish you never said, and then you're going to regret it later. It's okay to have nothing to say. Number 19 is that every morning is a chance for a clean slate. You don't have to carry yesterday's energy. So say, for example, yesterday I had the worst day ever. Like, the trains were delayed, I was late to work, then my boss told me off for something, I made a mistake and all that stuff, and I've gone to bed and it's just a shit day. It was just bad. I'm allowed to wake up the next day and completely forget about yesterday. I'm allowed to wake up the next day and be like, hey, okay, today's great. Who cares that yesterday was horrible? Today's a new day. I'm living in the present. I'm living in the moment. I can just keep on going. Instead of waking up, ruminating about what happened yesterday, what was bad, and overthinking, and then dragging that yesterday's energy into today. It is good to take every day as a clean slate. You are not who you are yesterday because yesterday passed. Just continue to take every day as you can and embrace it wholeheartedly with happiness and joy. Number 20 is don't save money by sacrificing on quality, especially on essentials. So I just moved out this year. I've mentioned this before a lot of times. We were trying to save money as best as we can. We tried to save money on some essentials that you need, like pots and pans. Those pots and pans are probably going to be replaced in the next 6 months or so because you can just tell that they're deteriorating. I wish that we just took an extra couple $100 and bought better quality ones, because then they would probably last us 5+ years instead of a year. A year is not a long time for those to last. So this is definitely something I learned. Do not skimp on the quality of something just because it will save you money. Make sure to go for the better quality things, because in the long scheme of things, it's going to save you money because you don't need to replace it. Number 21 is calling out a few people, but stop Googling your symptoms. This year, my health has not been that great. I feel like I'm more hypersensitive of things going wrong, and I've been having random flare-ups and having to go to the doctors all the time because I'm like, what the hell is happening with my body? But before I go to the doctors, I end up Googling my symptoms, and then I find the worst case scenario, and then I ruminate over that. And I convince myself I have the worst case scenario, and then I tell everyone, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what's wrong with me. It's just not great to Google your symptoms, so stop doing it. I'm going to actively stop doing it. It's something I definitely learned this year. It never ever helps to Google your symptoms, and it always leads to panic. Just consult a professional, go to your doctors. Don't go on WebMD, don't go on AI, don't go on Google, don't go on any doctor kind of Google website. Just go to your doctor. Number 22 is that your nervous system needs a routine, not just your skin. Everyone's obsessed with their skin routine. Everyone's obsessed with getting clear skin. And everyone forgets that your nervous system also needs a routine. If you keep pushing yourself to your limits and pushing your body to the limits, your nervous system is going to take a tackle and your immune system is going to go down the hill. It is good to take a break every now and then. Give your nervous system a break and a routine. Don't keep on pushing it like it is a non-stop infinity energy source. It is not. It's going to break down. It's going to have impacts. I can say that this year I got sick because I kept pushing myself to do everything I physically could in a day, and I definitely learned it the hard way. I got really, really sick. And it is best to just take breaks every now and then, stop following hustle culture, stop hustling so hard every single day, every second of your life, and realize that your nervous system needs a break too. My last one, number 23, is that romantic chemistry does not override bad behavior. Stop making excuses for people who treat you poorly. I am with my partner for over 2 years. I live with him. I love him to death, and obviously he is a really great person. That's why I'm with him. But The past few years, especially in my young 20s when I was dating many different people, it really taught me and put in perspective, even just chatting to other people, that I shouldn't neglect bad behavior just because I have this chemistry with someone. I shouldn't neglect that they're doing something slightly wrong and something that could be an issue in the future just because we are able to have a conversation that bounces back and forth. That is not a reason to keep on going with someone. You have to have the whole bubble. I'm not going to say there's a perfect partner out there for you. You don't want to override bad behavior just because you're having a good conversation with someone, period. Just because you go on a first date with someone and it's really great and you're chatting nonstop and you can't shut up with each other doesn't mean that you can ignore the fact that they cheated on their recent partner literally a month ago. Just because you're able to chat with someone way late into the night doesn't excuse their bad behavior, doesn't excuse their actions that you don't agree with and you know that don't align with you. Take a moment to acknowledge, hey, it's better to be by myself, it's better to love myself and have my own presence and my own company and people that motivate me and encourage me and bring me joy than be someone that gives me joy now, but I can see in the future there's some red flags showing. So honestly, I hope you guys really enjoyed these 23 things I wish I could tell my younger self. Social media and TV shows and movies make it seem like everyone is constantly having a blast, but of course you never see the full picture. Everyone is struggling, everyone is learning, everyone is growing continuously. So don't worry that you're doing your 20s wrong, because you are not. It's just a feeling that social media and media gives us. It's never the full picture of loneliness, growth, boredom, heartbreak, frustration, all those emotions. The full human experience comes with lows and highs, and especially your 20s, because it's such a peak period where so many things change in your life. It's all part of the journey. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope you can take some things away from this list. If you are in your 20s, even if you're just going through life, I really hope that some of these points really resonate with you and help you. Comment down below if you have any other points that you learned, anything that you can stem off my ideas and my list that I learned that you have personally learned. I would love to hear your guys' experiences and your learns of your 20s. If you're older and you're watching this, I would love, and I'm sure other people in this community would love to hear from you, see what you have learned, what you regret and what you wish you did, because I love learning from other people and I'm sure the community does as well, and we would love to learn from you. So if you guys really enjoyed this video and learned some things, I would love if you hit that subscribe button below and maybe the post notifications to see when I post. I generally post every Sunday and maybe every now and then a bonus little video. I hope you guys are all going well. Remember to stay happy, stay smiling, and stay positive. And if you enjoy these wellness kind of content, this community is for you, and I'm so glad if you're going to come join us. Yeah, that's it from me today. I will see you guys and talk to you guys in another video. See ya.